Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We're the Garso Twins. I'm Britta.
And I'm Carly.
We would love it if you would subscribe down below. We do a lot of favorites videos. We do a weekly favorites series. We do some get ready with me's. And yeah, if you like that, if it sounds good, please subscribe. Today we're doing our January favorites. We have a lot of stuff that we sort of gathered over the months of December and January. So let's get into it.
Terry's being sassy.
Yeah, he's being sassy. He's like throwing himself off me, but he wants a laugh. He won't pick a spot. Anyway, we're going to start with our Ninja coffee maker. Let me see if I can pull up exactly what it's called.
Okay.
I'll give the backstory.
Yeah.
So we realized that our existing Ninja coffee maker we bought like 7 years ago. Like we had it at our old apartment.
Yes.
And we've lived at this house for 6 years.
Yeah.
So we think it's like 7 years old. And it was just like, the cleaning button kept coming on and we were like, this is so old, why don't we get a new coffee maker?
But I will say Ninjas last forever.
Even our Nespresso we've had to replace. We had to replace the Nespresso before we had to replace this. But we live with our boyfriend, so there's 4 people that live in this house and drink coffee, and we're like, it is time. So Britta's boyfriend Tommy, his mom kindly gifted it to the 4 of us for Christmas. It's the Ninja DualBrew Pro Specialty Coffee System. We'll link the exact one down below, but it's good, you guys. It's so good. It's so much better than the old one we had because you can buy like you can use K-cups, which we don't really do
because of the plastic.
Yeah, the environment.
Because the heated plastic.
Well, and we have a Nespresso already.
Yeah.
Although they do I do believe they recycle those.
Yeah.
But you can buy like a refillable K-cup if you want, or you can just use coffee, what is it called? A coffee filter that we buy. We can link those down below too.
Yeah.
Because we had to find ones that worked for this. Coffee filter, and then you can do, like the normal cup to a full pot. And then there's also a hot water feature, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And there's a milk frother, which we haven't even used yet.
But it comes on the side.
Yeah, but I feel like the whole thing is way cleaner than our old one. Like our old one would drip even after you like would shut the drip stop, and it was just like this whole thing. This one has like a progress bar that like lights up so you know when the cup is almost done. The whole thing is so nice.
It's so great.
We were so shocked at the quality. Our coffee has never tasted better.
Yeah.
So
we've been using it way more. You guys already know we only use our Nespresso on the weekends to like save money on the pods, but I've been like gravitating even more towards the Ninja because
me too.
I just love the coffee.
Although I will say I love half calf some days. I try to not drink too much caffeine, and sometimes I don't just want decaf. Do you guys have recommendations for like a ground half calf coffee? Because right now I'm mixing decaf and regular, and I'd like it if it was just pre-mixed. Like any recs, please let me know. I saw that Emma Chamberlain Coffee has one, but I'd have to order it on her website. Another thing I got in December for Christmas that I've been using every day is the Sleepy Tie. I won't go like too far into detail because I did a whole reel like demonstrating this, but if you haven't heard of it, it says wake up with perfect hair, and it's basically this giant scrunchie. I have the small size because I have thin, fine hair, and so as you can see, there's like this, that's like a foamy section, and then there's like a dual scrunchie on the other side, and you basically, I'll link the reel and tutorial down below, but you wrap your hair around this and put it up at the top of your head at night, and it just leaves it so when you take it out of your hair the next day, like your style is pretty much still intact. I like it because I feel like without this, my hair, I'm like a tosser and a turner at night. Like I like go from side to side, and I feel like my hair easily gets knotted because it's so fine and like bleached. And so it would get like knotted, and like I would lose any type of volume that I had, and I have really fine hair, so volume is important to me. And this like maintains my volume, and even if I have to touch it up, like it still looks presentable the next day. I love this so much. I can't recommend it enough. Next is a lip liner favorite. I bought a few lip liners between the past 2 months, but this one has been my most worn. It is MAC Oak. Someone said it was similar in color to NYX Nude Beige, which we have tried to find like a more longer lasting formula that matches that color, to no success. This is definitely not the same color. It's way warmer and more brown, less pink, but I love it. It's really similar to MAC Strip Down, but slightly more brown than that. They honestly look so similar. I'm shocked they have 2 lip liners in their collection that are so similar, but I really love it. I have it on right now just with like a clear gloss, and we love MAC lip liners. We love a wooden pencil. I feel like you can like sharpen them to get them pretty pointy. This formula just is so, I I don't know how to, like, soft focus almost. Like, it's so easy to just like shade a little bit to like overline. I feel like that's so much harder to do with creamy lip liners. Like, I feel like they need a little bit of wax to like create a natural shadow. And that's what the MAC lip liners are. And this color is beautiful and I'm wearing it a lot. I feel like I'll wear it a ton in the summer too with like a little bit of more like warmer nude lips. So really happy I got this. Never disappoints.
Yeah. I have been wearing the Flor Vanilla Skin fragrance so much this month. It is the like best musky sandalwood vanilla, and I just really love this, especially because it's so affordable. This is like the travel size and I feel like it'll last me forever. It's just, if you like vanilla 28, which I love, I think you'll really like this. It's a little sweeter than vanilla 28 maybe, but it's not like super sweet gourmand by any means. It's just a really nice wearable musky vanilla, and I love layering this with other fragrances because I feel like it like pairs well with almost anything else in my collection. It's so beautiful.
It always gives me a tickle in my throat. Every time Britta has sprayed it around me, it's
just
the
did a little
weirdest
bit.
thing. It's so weird. There must be some molecule in this that my throat does not like. Okay, next up, an oldie but a goodie I had to mention. You guys, if you have been here since the beginning of our channel, you've seen us go through probably like 50 of these bottles. The Gold Bond Diabetic Dry Skin Relief Body Lotion, fragrance free. We love this stuff and we stopped buying it because we just couldn't, we don't want to spend the money anymore. It got really expensive and we
quite made like an off-brand one that was really good, and now you can't get it anymore.
Yes, but my skin has been so dry the past like 4 months. And I kept telling Britta like, oh, every night my skin is itchy. I'm so itchy. And like, I don't even know why. But I was like, I think I need to go back to this lotion. And lo and behold, I went to order it on Target, and this size, which is the 13 ounce, was like half off. It was like such a good deal. So I might even order another one while it's still on sale. But this has like literally gotten rid of my itchy skin. I'm so shocked because I was just dealing with it for months. And it just reminded me how good it is. I will say that, well, when they repackaged this, I think last year, they claimed they never changed the formula, but people on Reddit really think that they changed the formula. And I do think the viscosity is a little different. I think it's slightly thinner.
Maybe because the pump, remember?
It always got stuck. Yeah. So I haven't compared like side by side. I really don't know. But they're claiming they didn't change the formula. It still works to really like moisturize and get rid of that itchy experience I was having. But wow. You know, sometimes like, why do you even change? Like, don't fix something that's not broken.
Yeah.
I'm like, I should have just been spending the money on this the whole time.
It's so good. Speaking of moisturizer, I know I talked about this. Maybe I even talked about this in our Best of Skin 2023. Maybe not, because I just gotten it. But this is my new favorite facial moisturizer for nighttime. The Prequel Barrier Therapy Skin Protectant Cream. It has 1% colloidal oatmeal, allantoin, however you say that, ceramides. It's so good. Maybe I will just buy another tube of this for the body when my body lotion is gone. But I love the texture of this. I can put some on my hand because I think I forgot to do it last time.
Is it really thick?
As you can see, it definitely has body, like it's not dripping by any means, but the spreadability is great. Like it spreads out really effortlessly and it just like melts into the skin so easily. Like I feel like a lot of barrier creams tend to be really thick. Like even from Naturium, they had that one.
I know.
And like really thick and almost like shea butter like, where like you really have to work to like melt it into the skin. And this one just, it like has some body to it, like I said, but it really just is so easy to like spread into the skin, which I love. And it definitely leaves like a bit of a, I don't want to say film, but like that like protectant feeling that barrier creams again often have. And it just really moisturizes my skin. I feel like it pairs well with any other product that I layer under it or over it. Like it doesn't pill, it doesn't do anything weird. And it's like really good for sensitive skin. I will say the 1% colloidal oatmeal, I used to buy the Aveeno baby eczema line when I had eczema like back in the day, and that would help to like clear it up, but it always burned my skin. And sometimes if my skin is really dry, this will burn a little bit, and I think it is the colloidal oatmeal. I don't know like the science behind that, but it's not like it's not like a chemical burn type of, it's just like a a little bit uncomfortable, but then it dissipates pretty quickly. So if you have that like issue with colloidal oatmeal, I just wanted to put it out there, but it's still like my favorite PM moisturizer, and I will continue to buy it forever. Okay, next is e.l.f. Wow Brow. I've also repurchased this after like not using it for like a year or two, and I love it. I love that it's just the perfect amount of pigment to throw in my brows on a day-to-day basis. One of my eyebrows is darker than the other one. I honestly don't have it in today. I'm testing something else. I should have worn this, but and so I find that I love a tinted brow gel that's like pretty dark to match my hair color, so that if I don't feel like using pencil, I can use this and then my eyebrows match better. And I just forgot how good this is. Like, it doesn't hold really well. If you're looking for hold, I wouldn't go for this, but it just literally applies the most perfect pigment. It isn't messy at all like some other like pomade styles are. Like, it's so easy to put in. It just makes your eyebrows look fluffy and nice and filled in and polished without being like slicked back. And I have the shade, that's the only thing, they changed this packaging. They got rid of the shade indicator,
like
and
soft brown maybe?
Yeah, maybe soft brown, and there's not even a bottom label, so I don't even, oh wait, there's a top label. It's neutral brown, and it's good. So, recommend. I love rediscovering old favorites. Without a doubt, my new favorite sunscreen. It's the Hero Force Shield Sunbeam Sunscreen SPF 30. Jen Phelps originally talked about this in one of her videos, and I usually trust her when it comes to makeup and skincare. And she also only uses mineral sunscreen. And I really, you guys know we raved about like the Cetaphil sunscreen, the Vanicream, and I recently tried the Live Tinted and really liked them all, but this one is just like in a league of its own. It's really good. I thought it was breaking me out, but I don't think so anymore, so I'll keep you updated on that. Well, I did look at the ingredient list before purchasing, and there was no like known comedogenic ingredients. But I think that
The mica, it could be.
No, but I think that that's so personal to everyone. Like, there's just some ingredients that clog people's pores and some that don't. Yeah, but usually there are some like major ones that you want to avoid, and this didn't have any of those. Yeah. But it goes on, I can try to swatch this too. Well, first of all, I love this tube pump situation.
The cap comes off though. I kind of wish that
do you mean?
It almost didn't have, like mine always comes off of my.
Oh, you don't keep it sitting?
Sometimes I do.
Oh, okay.
It depends where I have room.
Oh yeah, I guess that's a good point. But still, the pump is so nice. So it does have this like apricot color, if you can see that. It reminds me a lot of the Live Tinted, but it's so like thin, but it still has some cushion to it. And it's so easy to blend in. Like, similarly to what I like about the Prequel, like it just blends in effortlessly.
It really does, yeah.
I think that's the difference between like the Cetaphil, that one is SPF 50, so there's more zinc, so it does take a little bit longer to blend in. The Vanicream is a little glowier, so that's like our summertime.
Yeah.
And then the Live Tinted is the closest I've tried to this, if you tried that one, but that one's a little bit thinner and takes more effort to blend. This just blends in so effortlessly, and it creates like the perfect glow, in my opinion. It's like a really nice natural glow. It's not greasy glowy like a lot of other sunscreens.
I do wish there was no mica in it. That's my only complaint. I feel like it, like I said, I was also like getting a little bit irritation. Like, is it the mica in here? Like, I feel like I love the apricot color, and I'm sure the mica is like colored, and that's what's giving it the color too. But I just could do without the like pearls. I'm not big into like pearls in
Yeah,
sunscreen.
I definitely don't need the pearl, that's for sure. But
the texture is so good.
In terms of what usually if something markets itself as like a glowy pearl, it's too much for me.
Yeah.
And this isn't.
Yeah, it's not as bad as other ones.
Yeah, and
like, I'm saying bad, like I know a lot of people like that. I just don't.
Yeah.
Like if you like the glow screen, what is it?
Yeah, we do not.
No.
It's way less than that.
Yeah.
It's a really nice natural glow. And another thing I like about it is how it wears under makeup. I feel like a lot of sunscreens can be kind of heavy on their own, so then putting them under makeup, you guys know if you've used using sunscreen, sometimes it can make your makeup look really dry, like your face look really dry.
Or just too
so heavy. And this is like the perfect amount. It's like, it feels kind of like a moisturizing primer almost.
Yeah, I was worried to use my Merit Great Skin Serum on top of it because I was like, ooh, I feel like that doesn't mix well with like a lot of SPFs plus foundation. Like, it's my favorite primer, but I love to use it on like just moisturized skin, not so much like SPF skin. And it wore fine on top of that all the times I tried it. So
yeah, it's so good.
Okay, my favorite book of the month was Love Just In by Natalie Murray. I loved this. I saw someone recommend it in a book Facebook group, and they said that it was Emily Henry level banter, and say less. Okay, so this is a childhood friends to lovers story. So it follows Josie and Zach, and they were childhood best friends, as in like high school childhood. And there's flashbacks throughout their whole relationship, which I really loved. Usually when the flashbacks are long, I feel like it takes away from the present day storyline, but these were always like little snippets, and I really liked you seeing them in high school. Like you see pretty early on in the book, Zach asks her out and she's like, no, I like so-and-so. Like, so they remain best friends, and basically something happens and Zach moves away and she moves too. Or no, she stays there. He moves away 2 hours away, and they just sort of lose touch for 2 years. And basically her job, she's a journalist, she's like a news reporter, places her in the town that he's living in for the summer, and they reconnect and sort of like pick up where they, I don't know, left off. It's like really cute to see that they're both sort of like nervous to see each other. That's the only thing though, I will say, it is a single point of view book from Josie's perspective, and I wish it was dual point of view, because even though you could tell the love that Zach had for her throughout the whole book just from her, you know, narrating the book, I feel like I would have loved to hear his thoughts. But it's way heavier than I thought it was going to be. There's like some serious like traumas in here. Like I would just look up trigger warnings like health anxiety, cancer, loss. There's a lot that goes on. So besides, like I actually loved it because of that, because they seem so real to me. But I thought based on the cover, it's like really bright and fun. You think it's going to be like a really light romance. It's not. There's a lot of heavy topics, but I just loved their love. I loved like seeing them come back together after they had like both gone through a lot and sort of like rebuilding themselves to rebuild their relationship. It just seemed so real and so beautiful, and I loved it. I feel like this book deserves way more hype, so please read it and let me know your thoughts. Okay, and then my book favorite for the month was Richard Osman, The Bullet That Missed. This is the third book in the Thursday Murder Club series, and I love this series so much. I will say the first book, The Thursday Murder Club, wasn't my favorite. It was probably my least favorite out of the 3 that I've read. I'm on the 4th one now. But if you are familiar with the series, it's about 2 women, 2 men living in a retirement village in like the outskirts of London. It's called Cooper's Chase, and it's the way they describe it's like a pretty nice senior living community. And they formed this Thursday Murder Club where they get together and they solve cold cases, and they work with 2 police officers. They've like befriended them. And this one specifically, Elizabeth is one of the women in the club, and she was, I believe, a like spy of some sort for the government. So she has connections, and this one is one of like her past lovers comes back into her life, and it's always like, it sounds absurd, the like what they get themselves into, but their personalities are the best part about this book. Richard's writing is so witty, and he has me laughing out loud several times, even though they're talking about like they're running, you know, they're solving cold cases. It's like kind of a heavy topic. It's so funny, and I love this crew so much with each book that I read. I'm on, like I said, I'm on the 4th one now, but I really love The Bullet That Missed. That's the 3rd one, and I read it so quickly. So highly recommend if you're looking for like a comfort, like a cozy murder type genre, kind of like Only Murders in the Building-esque. Oh, I also want to mention that this book takes place in I think it's Australia, because I was going to say, if you liked Colin from Accounts, which we talked about that show, I feel like it's the same sort of like cheeky humor. I don't know how else to describe that humor. Yeah, cheeky. Yeah, that this book had that's in that show. So if you liked that show, I think you'd like this book. Thank you guys so much for watching our January favorites. We had a lot of good finds this month. We hope you had a great month. We're excited for February.